be back here on the range. As far as the last segment, most people was talking about reasons why you shouldn't and why it could affect your relationship. But to me, I feel that if you do date somebody in the workplace, it could enhance your relationship. Because a lot of nowadays, a lot of relationships have problems with communication off top. So I mean, just because you see your spouse at work doesn't mean they always got to speak to you. You can be walking down the hallway or wherever you work at, like in a big office building, and see your spouse and not even say nothing to them. Y'all get on the elevator, not say anything to each other. If y'all did say something to each other, that doesn't mean y'all clinging to each other. Y'all just speaking. I mean, just as cordial adults. But I mean, as far as working, I mean, it can boost you. Like, say you have a spouse and y'all working on a team project together. You know, if you have that much respect for your spouse and, you know, y'all communicate together as well with other people in the group, it can enhance your performance at work. It can improve teamwork. So, I mean, all that stuff is good. And if you do work with your spouse and they notice that you're working hard, especially for a man, if you're working hard at job, because you know women love a man that got a job and can work. If your wife or girlfriend see you at work and she see you working hard and busting your ass, I guarantee you your ass gonna get a present when you get home that night. And the damn show would be in more than one position, of course.
Chris, will they be punching the clock? Will they be punching the clock?
And matter of fact,
overtime.
If your relationship is that good and you're good about it, you can punch the clock while on the clock. If you understand what I'm saying.
Well, do you recommend relationships in the workplace? Is that what you're saying?
I don't recommend it. I just don't see there's anything wrong with it. I mean, it has it's good and bad. I mean, you can argue both ways, but I'm gonna just argue the good spot since everybody else is tearing it down.
I think I just value communication. I just feel like most women, they want to be around their man all the time. I'm not gonna lie about that. They get attached and they get emotional. They want to work with him. They want to know how his friends, all his co-workers. I'm not trying to do all that. I'd rather men just be honest with me and know how to communicate with me. If we're working in two separate places and I'm at home, but he can come home, we have dinner, and he tell me everything's going on, we build a relationship at home based on what's going on outside. Even though we're for each other, husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, we still got to have our separate lives, and then we come home and build on each other together what's going on at work and things like that. I just think it makes it so much better than being at work every day. Because when you're at work, it's not appropriate to talk about personal things. And you might be around co-workers. You know, why work together? Like you're saying, you know, build our relationship on what? About work?
No, I'm saying when you're at work.
Yeah, what would build our relationship on?
You just
about
working.
Things at work?
Yeah, you're just working and working. But you know how you can go to work and then come home and talk about your job? Because, you know, if you don't work in the same place, you know, you come home, you would, I mean, I know, I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women, you know, they come home, they want to have a conversation like, how was your work, how was work today, and back and forth. But, you know, if you're at work with them, you already know how their day is at work. So usually if you go home, you have nothing to talk about as far as what happened at work. It's just about you and her now.
Yeah, because sometimes they...
You know what I'm saying? You don't bring work home if y'all work together. Now, if
Well,
y'all
same
don't work
night,
together,
come
then
home
you
and
can
I
talk
had to
about
talk
it.
about
The way I look at it, if you gotta ask your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, you know, how was your day at work? You're trying to fill some kind of conversation.
Yeah.
And the fact that if you ain't got nothing to talk about already, and that's your first thought, you know, I mean, then, you know, there's no point in talking.
Huh?
Like if you're sitting there going, hey, you know, if you're sitting around and going, you know, hey, you know, this is you know, how was your day at work? And you've been around each other for 2 hours already. Then there's no point in, you know, in me going, you know, telling you about my day if you already know.
Yeah, it
No,
gets tired.
I didn't say that.
But here's the deal, no, because you're talking about that. I'm saying this now. You know,
You're
shut it.
saying something different, but go ahead.
No, it's just the point is, I don't like when people ask me about my day. You know what I mean? Like, if me and you are together all day, or even if we're not together all day, if I feel there's something that happened at work that I want to talk about, I will tell you about it.
I had to give a brief
Take
introduction.
my mind off work.
I had to give a.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're going to give a brief introduction to our new panel.
Who just walked in?
Hi, I might have to go in and out because Blake's still not here, but it's like almost time for him to be here. So sorry.
Okay, so I have a question. Besides, what else are you going to talk about besides work at home?
Family.
I can understand that. So I'm just saying, like, if you don't work together, and you know, would you ask your person how was your day at work? You ain't gotta ask them exactly what happened.
Why not? If we don't work together, why not?
That's what I'm saying. If you don't work together, but if y'all work together, then there's no reason to ask how your day was.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I said too.
I mean, maybe not.
It's better to just.
Y'all have different days though. Y'all y'all have different days. Even though y'all work at the same place, y'all have different
like schedules.
Yeah, like different things y'all are doing doesn't necessarily mean y'all are doing the same things at work.
Well, he used a project. He used working on a project together or something like that. Like,
what? No, okay.
Yeah. Now, okay,
even if you work in the same building, you can work on different floors. You can still, even if you work in the same place, you can still ask them how their day was if you work in a different department. Like,
I agree.
If somebody works in sales, other person's a manager, or one person works in marketing, or even if somebody works on the floor and interacts with the customers all day. You can still ask them how their day was, whether y'all work together or not.
I'm not against asking somebody how their day was.
So Justin, you're gonna tell her, hey, don't ask me how my day was.
No, you're damn right.
You're gonna say that? You're gonna say, hey, don't ask me how my day was.
No, just don't ask me about it. Because frankly, like if we work together and you already know that I'm pissed off, and I told you the day before I'm pissed off for this reason. Maybe I'm pissed off for the same reason the next day.
It's a new day.
No, hell no.
It's a new day.
Hell to the no.
Are you serious? It's a new day. So how you gonna sit here and tell me, okay,
because
tomorrow don't ask me about my job?
If I gotta see the same person every day and that pisses me off, then you shouldn't even have to ask.
Oh my God. Are you talking about relationship wise asking each other? Because we shouldn't be together then.
No, we're talking about just at work.
Now look, if my lady come home, she tired, I can tell she done had a hard day at work, whether we work together or not, I'm like, baby, what's up? I'm gonna give her a little massage. How was your day? Talk to me right now. How was your day? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Regardless if we're
it's kind of deflect.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
you know
sorry,
what I'm saying? She getting all that stress out of her shoulders, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she telling me how her day was, and we communicating. You know what I'm saying?
That's apparently like
communication.
Separately.
If you're working in the same job and whatever, sometimes you don't have to ask me. You can just see it on the face. Either they're happy or they be like, slide it down and all that. But like mainly, like as far as having a relationship in the workplace, it's all about being professional. I mean, most people we all know most people that we all love sex. I mean, but sometimes we all just happen to know that like how if you're working together with the boyfriend and girlfriend and wife or husbands like that. I mean, you know how some people are. It's like, man, I just can't get enough of you, girls. I just gotta like hug and kiss you all the time, like all that. It's like, man, say that shit at home
or for lunch break.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know where you going?
There's a point in time for everything.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it feels more if we just wait, come home. It's better.
See, now, if you're working at a fast food joint and, one person doing the register while the other one working the fries, there's no way in hell you should ask, how was your day at work? You know what I'm saying? That's different. But if you're working on two different floors or, just different areas of the job, you can ask them how your day was and all this and all that. It ain't got to be the whole topic of discussion. But just talk to them about it and then, just talk about, conversation. If you're dating somebody or whatever, I'm pretty sure a conversation will just come up out of nowhere about anything. You can talk about the simplest shit.
Something funny happened.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can.
And that person will laugh their ass off.
I prefer he takes my mind off work, if anything.
Yeah, I would like somebody, if I'm having a bad day and they know I'm having a bad day, don't ask about it. Just try to make it better.
Give me that? No.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
My nephew's known as Dame Becky, man. Come on.
I don't like that song, no way.
Me neither.
I'm just laughing at the house.
Yeah, but y'all laughed a few seconds ago.
I don't like his voice.
Anyway, continue on with the topic.
But there are hazards. Particularly the breakup. The breakup is, of course, the biggest thing.
The awkwardness.
It depends on how the people act after they break up. If they're mature enough to, handle the breakup and still act professionally after the breakup, then it'll always work. But
But you never know about the coworkers because the coworkers are just as messy.
Yeah, I gotta talk about that.
Pretty much.
Personal experience.
The coworkers pretty much what you give them to talk about is what they'll use against you.
Who you telling, and then that's when the drama really comes up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all have a day off. Like at a fast food restaurant, if one working and the other one has a day off, coworkers might, run their mouth and just say they saw something when they really didn't.
Yeah.
Especially if you work the register.
Especially somebody else trying to holler at what you got.
Yeah. I'll tell you my experience when we get back at this.
Me too.
Oh.